Hey everybody, happy Tuesday, it's Tom. So we're celebrating Reunification Month here in June. Reunification is one of I think, the most satisfying pieces of our work in child welfare. It is really our opportunity to take perhaps a broken or dysfunctional family situation, repair it, and make sure that a child who has suffered abuse or maltreatment or neglect can go back home safely and live with his or her parent. Uh, One of the great things about this month is we do reunification celebrations. Today, we were able to do one statewide virtually, and we're able to hear from a young woman who told us her story of how she had, after struggling mightily for quite some time, been able to work with the agency and with CASA and with the courts and the providers to reunify with her child. And a couple of things that strike me about this is that our theme this month, so to speak, is all in, and I'm reminded every time I hear a reunification story that a lot of the work, of course, is done by the agency, but so much more is done by the providers, by the foster parents, by the CASAs, by the court, and especially by the parents themselves. There, at some point, with so many of these parents, they decide, I have got to do what I need to do to be reunified with my child. And it's just really encouraging for me to see how people can find the inner strength to overcome their struggles. It also reminds me, as our Deputy Director, Mary Havoc, said today, that the parents we're working with who have to be separated from their children for a period of time, they are not bad people. They may have made a bad choice or a bad decision, but we have the opportunity to help them overcome the consequences of that choice or decision. We also had the opportunity today in a virtual celebration to recognize some reunification heroes. We're going to try to get the pictures of them from the slides on the video. I hope Ramirez can do that, but I just want to give them a shout out. Case managers: Nancy Williams from Murray County, Beth Battles from Floyd, Tijuana Horn from Lee, Brittany Anzola from Coweta, Ryan Ellis from Polk, Samantha Muller from Chattooga, Carmenelia Bryant from Camden, Mallory Williams. Parents who have had worked with us and have had lived experience in our system were also acknowledged: Christina Haynes and Colleen Puckett. And then foster parents, these are Faith Bridge foster parents, Scott and Wendy Titus. We got to hear about all the wonderful work that these individuals have done jointly with others to make sure that children could go back safely with their parents, and we could really reestablish that family bond. So we'll continue to celebrate, and we've got some more events going on. We'll kind of post those on the calendar. We also have, of course, the State of Hope application is open until the 18th. As many of you know, this is our effort at the state level to help each of our local communities develop the partnerships that they need to do this work well. We have, in the last couple of years, been able to fund about 50 different projects, and we've added about 250 organizations or projects to what we call our ecosystem, where we're working together to improve each local community's services. So I really want to encourage you that if you have a bright idea, I think we are taking applications from anyone, I think, over the age of 13 years of age or older, certainly from individuals, from nonprofits, from faith organizations. If you have a great idea that can help us in the areas of education for children, becoming or being trauma informed in the work, quality caregiving for children, and economic self-sufficiency, I really want to encourage you to visit our State of Hope website and see about applying to become one of our State of Hope funded sites, or at least part of our ecosystem, so that we can continue to build the capacity of local communities to help families take care of children. So on SNAP, just a couple of things. We still are sort of in this pandemic era where we are issuing additional benefits. One that went into effect April 1st is that each family that receives SNAP will receive at least $95, and that will be retroactive to April 1st. We're working on that right now. June, P-SNAP, we're still continuing to issue P-SNAP. That'll be distributed toward the end of the month. And then there's also a 15% increase that was promised to all eligible SNAP families this year and earlier this year, and those funds have been distributed. And so we'll continue to do our part to ensure that families are receiving the nutrition assistance they need during this difficult time. We also have some OFI surveys that are going out. Surveys regarding the bots or the automated programs that are helping us with some of the renewals and other work necessarily with our applications. And also regarding the work number, which is our ability to sort of more quickly figure out folks' employment status, et cetera, so that we can get them SNAP benefits. But please, if you have the opportunity, if you're an OFI, to please complete these surveys no later than this Friday, the 11th. These emails, I know these emails are safe to open. We don't want to get into a phishing situation, and so be careful, but please do look out for those surveys. Timeliness is still looking good. SNAP is 96.75%, TANF 99, Family Medicaid 95, ABD Medicaid 94. So I appreciate y'all continuing to do the good work that this agency needs for you to do, because we have an obligation to serve the people of the state of Georgia. One final note on that. Remember that our work is so connected to the work of others. We are a support system for families who are struggling economically. We are a support system for families that are struggling with some kind of dysfunction. We cannot do this work alone. I just want to encourage all of us to view ourselves, view your personal work as your professional part of what is a much larger system. And so we need to be always reaching out to our partners in this work, to the courts, to nonprofits, to food banks and community centers. Please continue to be transparent with everyone, be open and honest. Let's develop the relationships that are necessary to do this work well of serving Georgia's most vulnerable. So thanks, y'all. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.